Y'all know what it is. Monday Night Raw has just went off the air a few moments ago, and we're here with you. Tap in, tap in, tap in. We got some things to talk about. Y'all know what it is. The guy on my right or your left, depending on how your screen is set up. That's our guy, your favorite wrestler's favorite podcaster. If you think your favorite wrestler is famous, and he ain't got a picture with Gamage, he ain't as famous as you think he is. And y'all know what it is. I ain't got to say much. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see what it is. The undisputed podcast champion of the world, King HP. I got to say, oh my God. But let's talk about Raw tonight in Cleveland. Showing out. What was your overall? How'd you feel about it, Gamage? How you feeling about the Raw tonight on the road to WrestleMania? And we're almost at the Elimination Chamber.
So I'm going to get this out the way first. We got what 2 Roman Reigns appearances right now, so he ain't show up today. That's week 1.
Oh shit!
And yes, I'm keeping count since y'all want to gas this whole thing. So we're gonna see how many appearances he does till Mania.
Till Mania?
Yeah, I'm giving it till Mania. I want to see how many till Mania.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's 1.
Okay, well we didn't get an appearance tonight, so. But
we'll get into that later because we
okay.
No, that's later. But we're gonna talk about the ladies right now. We gotta talk about AJ and we gotta talk about Becky.
AJ has returned. I'm not gonna say anything derogatory because I don't know what people's schedules got. Would I like to see her more? Yes, I think most people would say that. So let's just leave. I'll leave that there. With her return, we happy with this promo? The back and forth with Becky Lynch. I was a little confused. I ain't gonna lie though. I thought it was for a number 1 contender spot, and then after the promo was over, they were like, "It's for the Intercontinental." Was it just me, or am I bugging?
No, it was always going to be for the Intercontinental from how the promo were.
I thought she said, if I beat you for that, I'd be the number 1 contender.
No.
She didn't say that, or because I was doing chemistry homework at the same time, y'all. So I was trying to understand about DNA and how the proteins with the nucleus or with your chromosome. I'm trying to get all that down. And I'm watching AJ, and I'm like, damn.
Nah, AJ was was saying to her, it's been a decade since I had a 1v1 match. So if I'm going to have this match, it's got to be a big deal.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
but she said, if I beat you, then I can be the number 1. Because she didn't say champion.
Yeah, number 1 contender, as in she would face her for the belt.
And then they turned it into.
And then it became a title match because she's the number 1 contender. Becky Lynch did not have no contenders after her.
I'm still confused now. I think I'm more confused now than ever.
No, she was saying to make herself the number 1 contender to face her for the belt.
I think she misspoke. Maybe I misunderstood because I was reading about ribonucleic acids and whatnot, and I was like, I hate this shit. So I was kind of off track, but I think did they sell this match for you? Elimination Chamber, Intercontinental title match, women's title match on the line. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Are you sold? First question: are you sold?
I would say I am.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like we knew this would happen at some point.
Right.
Yeah. I thought they were going to wait till Mania, but they decided to do it early. But it is Chicago, so that's probably why they're doing it there. I wouldn't be surprised if it leads to a rematch, because this is going to be your first match, 1v1, in a decade. So maybe that's her tune-up match, and then Mania is the match where they cook.
Now that you say that, right, I think there's a couple things they can do. One, exactly like you just said, and we can kind of get a feel for you guys at Chamber. If it doesn't go as well as we would like it to go, we can put you in a stipulation and make this easier. If it does go well, we can still put in a stipulation and just promo the hell out of it, and you guys don't have to get your hands dirty so much with the back and forth and the combat and run-ins and someone getting their teeth knocked out, right? So I do think they're going to still have their match at Mania. I do think in order for that match to be valid, AJ has to win in Chicago. Do you feel this way, or am I bugging?
I haven't thought about that.
Because
I'll say this. If AJ loses, it can't be a clean win. It's got to be something like either slick. I don't think anyone would interfere because I don't know who would interfere for Becky for AJ to lose. But Becky would have to do something slick, like a schoolboy pin holding the rope, something dirty. I don't like in my opinion. If AJ loses,
it's crazy because this has been kind of drawn out, and Seth has gotten hurt now, and I think Seth could have been great because Seth and Punk, but we got that with WrestlePalooza with the intergender match, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little far removed to be like Seth should run out and interject himself, and we get another look out of the blue. You know what I mean? Like I just think unless Roman has a female that can come and take his side, and then it's Seth and Becky versus Punk and AJ versus Roman and his lady, but Roman don't have a lady that wrestles. So it would have been dope if he did, and all of a sudden, but like that would be crazy. So yeah, I do think that AJ's got to win in Chicago. If she does not, her loss, man. You're right. I don't know who would help Becky, but I think tonight I got sold too, man. I think I didn't like the laugh that Becky did. I don't know what that is, the villain laugh, but she's a heel role, so she gets to have fun. I think more people like being a heel than face. I think it's a little easier. You get to experiment. And I think Becky did a good job. I was sold. Later on the night, we got a run-in.
Yeah.
We got a run-in. So I thought tonight's energy, not just with the ladies, but overall, the ladies, I think, definitely held the majority of the showdown. It felt like, I think, maybe to me, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
Because you had the Liv segment, you had the Maxine segment, you know what I'm saying, the Rhea, the you know what I'm saying, it was a lot.
Match, yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely thought the women definitely shined tonight. Some things were, we'll probably get to that, but AJ and Becky for Elimination Chamber, y'all in the chat, who you got? I think WWE for Raw is understanding that this Netflix deal is as big as it gets. You can't lose the Netflix deal. There's no higher platform. There's none. You got an ESPN deal, but who is the number one platform? Who has the most subscribers? Netflix.
Yeah.
So if you lose that, if you lose that deal, and I'm not saying they're in jeopardy of that. I'm not saying that. But Raw's been cooking on the road to Mania. Last year's road to Mania was not. It was rough. It was a little rough. This year, they're off to a good start. They're off to a good start. I ain't gonna hold you. With the girls now seeming like they're in full steam, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna be super excited for every little thing, but I am right now.
Another thing I want to point out. There's been somewhat of a injury bug going on in WWE. And one thing I've noticed with WWE, when they're forced to pivot plans due to injuries, like taking people out and they can't make it to Mania possibly, this is when they do better. And this isn't me wishing injuries on any athlete. I'm not even going that route. I just find that interesting. It's almost as if this is when they really try to think compared to when they don't know what they're trying to do.
So you think they're better critical thinkers than they are planners? When the game's on the line, they can coach. They can coach on 4th and 1. They can coach when they can kill 2-minute drills. They are the king of 2-minute drills. But when you talk about first quarter, they're getting blown out.
I would say so because we've all seen on Real, they don't even plan anything.
They are definitely. I do think you have a point because when they've had to pivot in the past since WrestleMania 40, their pivots have been pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Um, and that is a testament to some of the guys being probably former wrestlers. So many of them being former wrestlers, and I think that's where every wrestler can't run a show. Every wrestler, it don't even matter if you're like that whole mentality. They should know they've wrestled. Vince McMahon built a billion-dollar business before he ever stepped foot in the ring. He was not a wrestler.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people like Matt Groening drew The Simpsons and pitched it, and it got rejected several times before it ever finally caught on and took off. Right. And why I'm saying that is sometimes you don't have to be a part of the thing to master it or to provide the best. Sometimes the people who do the thing, Michael Jordan sucks outside of actually playing the sport of basketball. He can't scout. His basketball mind is not as good as you would think. But let him get a ball in hand. Y'all gonna win. But if he got to coach you to win, oh no, that's not happening. If he got to find you the talent to get to, oh no, that's not. Oh no, oh no. Michael Jordan put his stock in Kwame Brown. Michael Jordan did so bad he had to come back and play. Michael Jordan did so bad he had to put his salary up to acquire. Michael Jordan traded away the future and traded him and built a championship team for Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really his thing. You know what I'm saying? But when he's on court, oh, y'all gonna win. Oh yeah, y'all gonna win. You can bet the house on it. And I think that might be Triple H. It might be Triple H, man. When the chips is up and you got plenty of time to plan and prepare, they may not be good. You know what I'm saying? But when the chips are down and injuries come, Triple H might be the guy like, all right, hold it together. Boom, we still got him. Bronson Reed's available. This person's available. Had these, you know what I'm saying? And magic. Hey, this is what we're going to do. WrestleMania 40, Rock. We can't do Rock and Roman. This is what we're going to do. You slap him. You do magic. AJ Lee coming back tonight looks great. I do think what you talk about this injury bug, I hope nothing else happens because right now we are for WrestleMania, we got one match, but the Elimination Chamber is always a scary time. That is a very dangerous match.
Yeah.
That is a very dangerous match. And you got some high-profile Mania people going into Elimination Chamber. Yikes. But I will say this. What do we know so far about the Chamber, right? We're going to have a men's, women's elimination for determining a number one contender for whatever belt is not chosen by the Royal Rumble winners, Liv and Roman, right? Roman chose Punk.
Yeah, so as of right now, the men's chamber is for Drew's belt.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk that WWE, maybe I shouldn't bring this up. Should we talk about this? The rumor?
What's the rumor?
So we all know, and if you don't know, I'll bring it up. The initial plan, and who knows, this could all be fake, right? But we thought we were headed this way. Jacob Fatu versus Drew versus Cody.
Okay.
And ticket sales are saying aren't as good. There might be a change on the Drew side of the house, right? To what that match will be. And you notice on SmackDown this Thursday, now I'll just say the match. The match is Elimination Chamber qualifier, Sami Zayn versus Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes. That is an actual Elimination Chamber main event that you could say it's for the number one contender. They've done number one contender matches at the February PLE's pay-per-views numerous times in past to determine who's going to go on to Mania. It's not nothing new. But when you book this match on a SmackDown, this is very reminiscent of Attitude Ruthless Aggression era, where we got these star-studded matches on a kind of pretty regular basis.
Yeah.
And they would lead into these monster pay-per-views. And I'm not saying they got to go back to that style of booking. I would appreciate it. But this week on SmackDown, it looks real tough. Now, picture this. Randy's already locked in for the Chamber. Easy day. If all you have to do is somehow have Cody, who's already gotten, I forgot what the move is. I mean, I guess it's a Claymore, but he did it. It was more like a drive-by from Roman Reigns that Roman Reigns used to do. But either way, he eliminated Cody from the Rumble, and he
Oh
wasn't in it.
yeah, that was the Claymore kick.
Yeah, the claim. All right, Drew did that.
Yeah,
You really have a good shot of just doing Cody and Drew prior to WrestleMania and taking the title off of him. Let Randy win the chamber. If you can get Cody and Randy Orton in that marquee, and on the other side of the coin, night 2, Punk and Roman, your Mania is sold. 42 is in paper elite.
yeah. Especially the main events, that would look real good on paper.
On paper, that's storylines we've been waiting for. I don't even know if we looked forward to Roman and Punk, but when you put it on paper, when you put them, I mean, we got what we got. We saw what we saw. We heard what we heard. And I don't think anyone's bitching about it. I think everyone got pretty happy. But I think on the WWE Undisputed, I hate calling it Undisputed. I am Undisputed. That championship is not. I think that's your best bet. Can you think of a bigger match for Drew? I don't think there is. I don't think Drew has any adversary that is going to draw money with him for Mania. To be honest,
I honestly do not know.
That can draw money more so than Cody, Randy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's people like Randy and Drew. I think could draw money. I don't think it's a dead case, but I just don't.
I really don't know.
Let me get some of these comments on. Y'all about to be entertainment for this hour for the ride home. Appreciate it. Yo, Vinny Andretti, y'all see the sign? He's a member, but he's also leaving Raw tonight. You know what I'm saying? He was in the building. So I definitely looking forward to these comments. Punk versus Roman and Randy versus Cody. That's one for the ages. That's 2 main events. You're solidified. Anything after that, money. If you give us AJ and money. Drew versus somebody for the number 1 contender to get back because Drew's going to be mad about his title. Rightfully so. And Drew can even get it back the next month. I don't care. But for Mania 42, if you're looking at doing the biggest matches you can, I think this is the time you pull the trigger on Randy. Whether it's Randy and Drew and you just walk us through that, or you give us Randy versus Cody finally. Like, people have been clamoring for it. I know Triple H see it.
And this is why I feel bad, because I cannot think of an opponent for Drew. Damn.
Nah, I mean, he doesn't have a big adversary. Punk was his guy.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. Their 2024, could it be revisited? Yes, but Punk's got his dancing partner. He's got his dancing partner. Randy also deserves a final Mania main event. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, especially how they shitted on him last year.
I think it's also ironic. Did you still want to talk about the women? Because we can circle back.
We can in a few. I would just see you could.
Because I just want to talk about a little something that has to do with Punk.
Yeah, we can. Because what I was just gonna say was, if this was Mania in Saudi, if this was next year, and Drew was champion, then I would have said Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, the 0-12, I think he is now, and
yeah,
that's a big storyline. I don't want to see it in the main event, but it makes sense, and I wouldn't boo it because I know, and as much as I call him the Canadian hobo, because that's what he looks like. One thing Sami's going to do, his promos will be pretty good. I can count on Drew, and I think they'll cook. I think Sami's going to go the extra mile to get wild. You know what I mean? 100%. And I hope he loses. The same way they made Drew lose at Clash of the Castle. Because it just stops the unpredictability. You got to lose, brother. You got to lose. Because then you got the streak. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we can see it again at WrestleMania. 0-13. You know what I'm saying? There's two
Damn,
streaks
bro.
at WrestleMania that, you know.
If you hate Sammy, just say that. God damn.
I mean, it's just it makes it better. I mean, I don't always want to see the babyface come out on top. If you go through the history, it's like an absurd amount of babyfaces that have won in the Mania main events over heels. Like, dog, I get it. The good guys gotta win. No. That's what makes it that's why we like heel versus heel or face versus face. Because like tonight, when Punk started talking, there was a little bit of OTC chants and a little bit of CM Punk chants. You're dividing the crowd already. People got to pick. These are people's two favorites. You know, so good job on the WWE. You can't always do babyface versus heel. Does that draw? Yeah. But I don't think anything drew more than the potential for the Roman Rock. I don't think anything drew more than Warrior Hogan. I don't think much more drew than when Rock and Stone Cold were like two anti-heroes. They were face, but they weren't. They're cursing on TV. They're middle fingering. They're drinking beer. Like, you ain't supposed to do that as a, you don't look like Cody. You ain't say your prayer, man. They ain't just one more fight. Like that whole promo for 17.
Dude, best Mania promo ever. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Out of this world. Because you also don't know who to pick. You're cut. You're like, damn, this is gonna be epic. You know what I mean? And I want WWE to make us feel like that again. Those are probably your better ones.
For you to give us that type of energy, you would have to provide us like another top 5 rivalry.
It's not just that too. Like Lightning has to get trapped in a bottle for this to happen, and that's not easy. When Hogan and Warrior hit, not that they weren't just okay. These are our top two guys, Hogan, but Warrior was literally just as popular, if not more popular than Hogan, and vice versa. And they were landslide, head and shoulders above everybody. Rock and Stone Cold, same thing, head and shoulders above everybody. And you got to do that, 3 times? I hated the last one. But you got to do that 3 times. That's special. Even Shawn and Brett, you got to do that at a Mania. I just wish their final conclusion would have happened at a Mania. But you got to do that at a Mania. I would say John Cena, The Rock. But for me, it didn't do it. So it's hard for me to speak on that. Because it's like, I was like, I was never a Cena guy. So,
I mean, I'm not me personally, but like I'd rather say Rock and Hogan over that personally.
But see, Rock and Hogan were drawn as heel. Like it changed in the match, but it was definitely drawn up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they weren't on the same wavelength. As far as popularity, I could say they still weren't. Hogan was at one point in time the guy for a very long time. But I think by the time that match got ready to start, it wasn't that. And then by the time it took, like, during the match, people went off nostalgia. They started to boo The Rock.
Yeah.
And they started to cheer Hogan because we just wanted to, like, at the, you know what I mean? Like, until them racist tapes, like, this, get that out of here.
Yeah.
People wanted to go back to Hogan being what Hogan was. And it was hard to find a catalyst, and The Rock just was. So we got Punk and Roman. I think I'm not going to say it's as big as that, but we'll see in the coming weeks. Punk has a huge fan base. And then, we're not going to speak on Roman. We know Roman's out there. So, but as far as a wrestling feel, it feels like WrestleMania. It feels like a main event. Drew needs a dancing partner. Drew needs a dancing partner. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if Drew can carry your belt into Mania and have it. I mean, he can. It just, you got to give him Randy. I don't think there's any other person for this year. If you're going to keep the belt on Drew, I don't think anybody you're putting in that chamber is going to rival Randy. Just because of how people want Randy to win.
Right. Because right now, Well, because of the results of the men's, we have Randy and LA Knight is confirmed.
Can LA Knight do it? Could LA Knight, because you talk about people that want people to win. LA Knight got slandered, and LA Knight did win tonight as it went off the air.
If you're trying to go for the whole, like, going against the machine underdog feel, LA Knight can do it. I just don't think it's going to be him.
Oh, no, I don't think they'll pick him either. But I think people would super cheer for LA Knight.
They would.
Super cheer. That Unreal did not help the WWE. I think it helps LA Knight. Just like Chelsea Green. They're going to be you. Sometimes you can't put cameras on people.
You can
and say these things about the people that we like and really wanted to see get pushed, and the WWE just ignored us.
Yeah. And I know we didn't speak on it much last week, but like during the women's qualifying match with like Chelsea Lash and Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea was over.
Chelsea's definitely over. And I'll be honest, I think the Unreal helped her.
It did.
You say that wild crap, basically you're feeding her to people. You can't see her winning. I hate that the WWE always says we listen to the WWE universe. And then when we get to Raws and SmackDowns and these events, we're like, you clearly don't listen to us. You clearly don't listen to us. I get it. There's certain things people divided on. Brock Lesnar. There's people who won the cheer him all day. Then there's people like, don't say his name. You know what I mean? Like, come on, that dude ain't Candyman, bro. Like, it is what it is. But
that reminds me of a shut the F up for later, but that's for later.
Whoa.
That reminds me of one. Because you said Lesnar, that reminded me of one. But go ahead.
I'm interested. No, I just feel like if we're gonna look at a dancing partner for Drew, I think LA Knight really. If you're not gonna look at Randy, I think LA Knight bring out that dark. LA Knight would have people super fired up because people want to see these LA Knight do it.
Yeah,
super helped her back. Yeah.
It'll finally get him away from the whole Vision rivalry, which I thought they were gonna nix at the Rumble, but that's still dragging.
Can we talk about the Vision?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What the fuck? I don't know what else to say.
Before we get into that, I hope Braun Breaker has a speedy recovery. So it looks like him injuring his hernia appears to be legit. I hope he heals from that.
You froze. Rewinded it back because I was like, "Why did you just pause after saying that?" And then you you jumped.
No, when I said the hernia seems to be legit, he did have the surgery. So I hope, speedy recovery.
Okay. Salute. Yeah, I hope the same. Man, the way that they pivoted on Drew McIntyre on the Bloodline is the way they need to pivot from the entire division. I think there's still semblance of it that you could do with Logan Paul because Logan Paul's a big star, but I think it's bad juju, man. Everybody keep getting hurt. You go in the top spot for the division, you're getting hurt. I don't want to be the top guy in this organ. Hey, not in this faction. This faction went from being the Vision to RBI, really badly injured. Okay, we don't need RBI coming through every week. You know what I'm saying? And it's a new leader because each week somebody else going out. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with this group. Do you have any ideas for this group? Because right now, I bet Paul Heyman's scratching his head because, if you're gonna bring back Seth Rollins, him and Braun Breaker makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, and there's a possibility that may not even happen anymore.
Right. And then if you do that for Mania, let's say you are able to get them both back, you're gonna have to work harder on the build-up because both guys won't be able to interact.
Yeah.
the way you would want them to. So how do you build up for a match with little promo, right? On the biggest stage. We are some weeks away because WrestleMania is in April 18th and 19th, I think.
Yeah.
So we have time. It's February 9th. I don't know what the recovery time is on Braun's injury. He had surgery. I don't know. But I know this. Could we revisit Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins? Because we never got closure to that.
I'm gonna be real. If we can get Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins at Mania, I would postpone Seth's return. No, I will just postpone it. And it's not that I don't want to see Seth, but nobody really makes sense for him right now to where it would be a big deal or Mania worthy. I would have been okay with Bronson Reed if they didn't ruin his push after beating Roman.
Right.
If they kept his momentum going post beating Roman, then I wouldn't have mind that. But for Mania, now it does nothing for me.
My bad. I thought I heard someone about to come in the crib. I'm like,
oh.
Hey, y'all about to see somebody get drug on camp. You know what I mean? Hopefully it ain't me. That'd be crazy. Get off of him. Get off of him. Fight back, HB. I kind of, I don't want to say that. I know Seth Rollins is probably like, man, I got to be at Mania. You know, it's Mania season. It's the Super Bowl for them. I would hate for them to do that. But I think what you say has credence. I think when you look at trying to bring somebody in, I think there's still, you could do him and Logan Paul and say, I was the one who put this in their ear. You wanted my spot. Like, I think you could do it with Logan, Seth. I think you get a great match. I think you could do it with him and Bronson. I don't think you could do it with Austin Theory. I don't think anybody ever wanted to see that in the history of the WWE. But is it possible you could turn? First of all, are we going to keep the vision or are we going to disband the vision? And if you don't disband them, who's their new leader? Do you bring someone else in?
I'm like at a brick wall with this group right now. Like I really don't know.
Brick wall.
And here's why I would not care for a Logan Paul match with Seth, because we got that already at Mania.
Oh yeah,
we got that at Mania 39.
I forgot. Damn. Scrap. We couldn't go there with Bronson Reed. I know you said you didn't want to do it because he should have capitalized on Roman, but you don't think there's no chance to spin the block? Like, you know what? I'm tired of you hearing you. I took you out, and this time I let Braun take you out. But now, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe
I would just rather hold, because even if it's Bronson Reed, it's just gonna feel like you forcibly shift. It's not gonna feel organic enough for me to be like, okay, they made this work. It's like, nah, Bronson, you was literally the second, third man option in this.
That's the sad part.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Bronson has kind of fell to the wayside to where he's just a muscle. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that at all because, again, Bronson Reed, at one point, you guys were trying to establish him as the monster. And I think that if you were going to do that, you were on a good pace. Remember, he took out Braun Strowman, and then they had him destroy Seth. He beat Roman Reigns, and he's not had a single title shot.
Yeah,
and he's not even asked for it. And Paul Heyman doesn't ask for it.
One way, I can somewhat see them making it work. And in this case, you got to build up Bronson Reed again. Put the IC belt on him. If you could put that on him before Mania, maybe. Maybe. but they got to do something with him.
I'd be interested to see how do you get to that from where they're at, because you've let Bronson Reed just be the muscle and be okay with it. He's complacent with it. And even if he's not on screen, the eye test says that's what it looks like. He's never asked for a title. He's never demanded a title.
Also, I mean, here's the opening to where we could kind of make this a reality. There was a segment with there was a segment with Dom talking to Finn Balor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, Dom mentioned he has his qualifying match next week, but he also has to defend his IC title, possibly at the Chamber. He mentioned that, so he has to defend the IC belt. So right there, we got an opening right there.
Because he didn't say who. And it'd be crazy if oh man. Big Bronson Reed brought gold back to the division. It opens new storyline. I held it down when you was gone. So if him and Braun Breaker get into it, that's a thing. If Logan Paul gets jealous, that's a thing. I don't know, but I think you're right. I think you got to use Bronson Reed in that capacity. It's right there. I mean, all he has to say is, when is it my turn? I hear week by week you say this guy's the next WrestleMania, the next WrestleMania. Well, let me tell you something. Paul Heyman, the same guy that you backed that formed this group, was the same guy I took out. Before that, you held on by the side of a guy for 4 years. I beat him too. Give me my shot. Give me my shot at glory. Or you'll be the one walking without shoes. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh shit. Yo, just show Paul Heyman. You know, he's a little husky. You know what I mean? Just have him put some pep in his step. Have him get to, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Pierce, you like my shoes? I do too. I need a title match. You know what I'm saying? I need a title match ASAP. Tonight, brother. You know, I think you got to do something with Bronson, and I think it's along those lines. IC belt, taking it off Dom is gonna be hard, man. I rock with Dom. I fully rock with Dom. Oh man, Bronson Reed. So they hinted at this too tonight with Bronson Reed holding back Logan Paul from Adam Pearce, and you know, Paul Pierce would make a great Oswald Cobblepot. That's the guy. You know what I'm saying. I think besides Danny DeVito, they probably was like Paul Heyman. You know what I'm saying? I think that works. I think that works. Masked Man questions. Gamaj, I need your inputs. I need you to do your detective work. I know you got pictures probably with the Masked Man and you just don't know. Whose body style is that? Pause. I think that's a pause. Body style. You know what I mean? Like, does that work?
We'll keep it safe. We'll still say pause.
All right. Archie's not here, y'all. We gonna pause. Oh, that's pretty. Gotta get off these dating sites. I be looking at things I ain't supposed to be looking at.
Again, wild again.
Yeah. All this chemistry, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, hey man, life be life, and I'm trying to, I'm trying to see what that DNA be about. You know what I'm saying? It's not Logan. He was in the arena. Yo, Mike.
Yeah.
My feelings is hurt that it's not Logan.
Honestly, I think they're dragging it until Seth makes a reveal.
Yeah, I think you have to now. I think that's probably why. I think it's a good wild card, but it's corny because it's you guys did it so much in a short span. You put Becky Lynch in a black hoodie. Like, you put Braun Breaker and he took out Roman Reigns in a spear, and we're like, oh, and that's how we start. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the last year, you put a lot of people in black hoodies. A lot. And they all had to do with the vision. Like, Braun Breaker coming out of the crowd to spear Roman Reigns. We're all like, oh, shit. Austin Theory revealing himself to be Austin Timberlake. Oh, shit. Becky Lynch coming back to help her husband. She came out as a man. Oh shit! Like
she is the man.
she is the man, the masked man, right? But like now you're doing it again. Division, the masked man. Like who the hell? Yo, go to Walmart. They got these hoodie outfits. You know what I'm saying? You get them in multiple colors. Change the color. Yo, that'd be fire if it was Baron Corbin. If it was Baron Corbin, I would be happy, low key. But I think the WWE is playing it safe with this injury bug, and now Braun's hurt. Who could have took Braun out? That also, oh man, Braun's injury is bad timing because he loses that WrestleMania steam of who took him out.
There's a rumor that they trying to bring in Jake Paul supposedly, and I'm hoping that's not true.
I hope that's not true, man. This dude's talking so crazy on his Twitter. Fake talking about, yo, I'm not even gonna say it. But I know if you hated the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime, you can't stand Stephanie Vicure, Stephanie Velcro. I know you can't. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, Stephanie and Jade, that women's world title picture is not looking too good. I'm looking at who's gonna win the Elimination Chamber. And I would like to see something get done that no one's done before. Like maybe you could enter. Do you remember a match where Shawn Michaels and Diesel took on Yoko and it's supposed to have been Owen Hart, but the British Bulldog subbed in? Camp Cornette people that were tag team champs. Shawn was IC champ. Diesel was world champ. They all had one match, and they're like, there will be a new champion in some way or form. If whoever pins, they lose their title. So if the tag team champs got pinned, Yoko and Owen, they would don't matter. They lose the tag belts. If Shawn gets pinned, whoever pins him is the new IC champ. If Diesel is pinned, they're the new world champ. Simple as that. I would like to see the women do something of the nature where the Royal Rumble winner, maybe it's a triple threat. Jay being like, I'm that bitch, her and Stephanie having into it, Liv like, no, and then the chamber winner's like, hell no. And it's like the first fall will be for the World Heavyweight Championship. And when you win, you leave. And then the second fall, I don't know if that's corny or not, but I just want to see something different because I feel like you're not going to compete with the men's on this one. It's just too much star power. The star power you have in the women's side, we've seen all those matches and the matches we want to see. I don't think Bianca is healthy enough to come back or whatever situation she's got. So you can't give us Bianca Jade. Stephanie has no real major rivalries or adversaries yet. So she's watching paint dry right now. As far as, I would really love, maybe Rhea. Rhea. Yeah, Rhea.
See, I was going to say, Rhea and Stephanie Vicare was highly considered last year for Mania. And honestly, on paper, that would have been a big money matchup. But Rhea is tied to the tag belts, so that's not going to happen.
I think. See, this is the thing that you can make something different, but you can't do it with Liv as the winner. You get the two world champions versus the tag champions. Because Io can hold either title, and so can Rhea. And if you made the same rules you did with Shawn and Diesel and Yoko, you had Rio defend their tag titles against the two world champs at Mania, and whoever gets pinned loses those titles. So it's either going to be Stephanie and Jade, our new tag team champions, or Rhea could be the women's world champion or the WWE champion, or Io could be the world champion or the WWE champion. Whoever pins that singles belt goes to the person that pinned them. I think, but Liv is the champ, so Liv won the Royal Rumble, so you really can't pull it off. The only way you could do that is if like the Judgment Day won those tag belts and Liv was one of the people that won it. So your Judgment Day combination has to do with Liv, They challenge. Liv is like, I don't know which belt I want. Jay be like, I want that belt though. And then Stephanie be like, I do too. And then someone be like, ho, ho, ho. Let me get whatever show they're on. The one general manager comes out. I think we can make something like this happen. And for the first time in Mania history, all titles will be on the line in one match.
I think the conflict with that is the tag team champions are going to be from the same roster, so that's going to cause conflict on the opposite show's champion.
I get what you're saying. I mean, they do it for the men. Everybody pop up on Netflix. And I don't think Netflix like bring all that ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they toting back there. I don't know if you've seen Stephanie. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Liv looks great on cam. Jade looks great on cam. Everybody look great on cam, goddammit. I don't think Netflix is gonna mind. Because them women come on television, they're good matches, and I don't mind watching them. I don't mind. Not a single bit. All belts should be on the line for Mania, in my opinion. I agree. But I think they're just with the women. I think they're stuck in a small spot. Let Rhea cool off some because people got tired of her, but they're not that tired of her where they don't want to see her in championship bouts. It's just the world title picture. It's like, all right, she's been there. It feels like you're giving her the Hogan treatment. She can't lose. We don't need a female Roman. Not at the same time Roman is present. Nah. Liv is a pretzel on camera in person. Yeah, definitely. I heard Tiffany's thing popped out. I don't know how we missed it.
The black screen covered it.
Yeah, see, Gamad, we supposed to be on our job. We supposed to run that through a thumbnail thing and remove the black. Anyway. But no, I thought Raw was pretty good. What else did we not? I feel like there was a whole big thing.
We had the qualifying matches as mentioned. Oh yeah, the tag team championship match.
The Usos.
I thought Jay was gonna stop wearing his grills in matches, bro.
Yeah, after they got knocked out.
Yeah. I thought, but yeah.
Jimmy took some blood to the mouth. I'm not sure where he got hit. I'm gonna be honest, man. The Usos gotta either one get them SmackDown belts, unify again, and then all the tag teams are gunning for them. I like the match tonight. I do. But you spent months beating, like Tozawa and Otis have been the butt of every, you know what I'm saying? Like so now it's hard for me to watch them have a good match and go, yeah, they deserve another. Like they've been the guys that you put in to get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget you sent Otis down to NXT for Obama. Oh, I almost said Obama. For Oba to decimate about a year ago. Tozawa got took out and ISO at the Royal Rumble last year, and ISO Speed showed up to take his spot. You know what I'm saying? And all it took was a clothesline to get him up out of there. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? So they've been trash for a long time. And then you finally put them in a prominent spot, and they show out. They did good. No complaints.
That was the best they looked in a while.
Yeah. But the visual is like, you know what I mean? Like you just can't turn sugar to shit in the same context that you gave it to me in. When you turn JBL, you turn
that's what I try to call a Jinder Mahal effect. That's what I call that.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I don't think there's any more words to describe it. Like, I just think there should have been some lead up to them doing better. They won the tournament to get that shot, but come on, man. You spent years burying them. So a good couple weeks of a decent run is not gonna make me go this time. Yeah, they're dominant. No, but salute to them for a fire match. I wouldn't mind seeing them run it back though.
Yeah, same.
Yo, Mike, I'm with you, brother. American made. A lot of tag teams you didn't bury probably could have been teams they got over. American made would have been good, so they could have got with the original. Well, maybe they don't know which Americano Grande to get with. You know what I'm saying? Because that could lead to confusion, and the little Americanos want tag matches and shots and blah blah blah. But Alpha Academy should not have been there. They put on, yeah. What else, Kamaj? What else you got?
Let me say this, Jimmy. I know Jay's your brother and you love him, but
You should shut the F up.
he was gonna be, but I'm not gonna do that because I like Jimmy.
Okay, so I was about to. I had to take the words off screen. I was about to slide these panties to the side.
No, it's not him. Almost, but it's not him.
Okay.
No, nah, Jimmy. Like, we get it. That's your bro. You love him, and we have no problem with that. But nobody's asking for Jay to get in that chamber and win it, bro. Nobody wants him in Mania, bro, to be champion again.
I think people will be more excited to see Jimmy do something mid-tier, especially.
This is exactly what I said when I saw that. I'm like, why are you saying that for Jay? I'd rather see you get gold, like a solo gold. Like, you're the only one who has it.
And
in my
I don't know if you realize that.
And in my opinion, I think he wrestles better than Jay, respectfully.
Okay, it's a legit. I would like to see them, especially Jimmy, go get you a mid-tier belt, brother. I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy doesn't mind. Jimmy seems, from my meeting running with him, him and Jay. We ain't gonna speak no shame on the Usos name. Seems like a really nice guy, to be honest. Like, he probably like, I got my family, I got this going on. I'm not worried about titles. I'm not. I did everything I wanted to do in life. I could see him having that approach and not being, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother him. And I could see him, if Jay was always the one that was like, I want to be world champ, I could see, I'm sorry, I could see his brother saying those things on TV and on cam and behind scenes to push for his brother. But to be honest, Jay, either you should push for Jimmy and Jimmy push for you, but one pushing for one and the other one being like, thanks. What the hell we doing here? You don't want to see me win gold? Oh, yeah, I do. So.
I mean, that would have been a good way to kind of like start some animosity and then write Jay off if he has to go back to Naomi for what she's due.
Yo, y'all chill. Y'all know it's Black History Month, man. We can't be acknowledging the white meat as the ultra white meat, as Archie would say. Pause. That's sounding crazy. But Archie did say that shit.
Yeah, and I'm not repeating it.
Holy! Hey, the chat don't never forget. The chat don't never forget. That's one thing for certain. Yeah, but for sure. Salute to Archie and everything he's got going on. Yeah, I thought the show was good. I thought the Jimmy, Tozawa, Otis. It was a great match, but Jimmy, we need to see you with a U.S. title, Intercontinental title. Ooh, I'm starting to yawn, brother. I'm starting to yawn.
Last thing I wanted to touch on was
yes, sir.
The
Javon Evans.
Original Americano, and the I forgot what they call that other team.
Who was the third man in there? The Americanos, like the Grandes. I don't know what they are. You're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. I can't remember their actual tag team name. We'll just say Americanos for now, I guess.
The grandest of the Americans? I don't know.
I actually enjoyed the tag match, but we got to talk about the spot of so far to me the spot of the year.
Yeah, Javon Evans is gonna get high praise. He's gonna get high praise for that. We were talking a little bit about this before. I have a thumbs up and a weird stigma on this. And this is weird. No one might feel the way I feel about this, but and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. On one hand, there's me watching going, oh, like it was crazy. It was a hell of a spot. I just think that on a Monday Night Raw, it don't hit the same. Now, I could be wrong because remember, Shawn Michaels super kicked Shelton Benjamin off a springboard across the ring and took his head off, and it is in every wrestling highlight reel ever, you know? I just felt one, I loved it. I love the spot. So there's nothing negative to say about it. But it's like, would you tweak it? Would you do anything different? If it was something different, I would do. I'd put it at the PLE. I'd put it at the PLE. And that would have been against the Usos, to be honest. Jay going for the cutter, boom, like, oh, and Javon pins one of the Usos, and they win the tag back. Oh, man. That shit would be crazy, but they don't put the tag belts on PLEs. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll never see it on the PLE. But that shit was crazy.
Shout out to this wrestler, and I'm not trying to say this to say do this to like bury him or make him look bad. Mm-mm. If he did that to someone like Carmelo Hayes, I think it would have looked crazier because they both got the height. Melo's a great seller. That joint would have looked crazy.
Hey, it can happen. Remember all the curb stomps we got? Like, oh, it's an nasty curb stomp. Oh, it's a nasty curb stomp. And there was that one WrestleMania where Seth went against Randy. And Randy caught him in an RKO, and the height that Seth had on that curb stomp was insane. It was the same one he did the cash in against Roman and Brock.
Matter of fact, you know how you make that better at a PLE? You have him do it at Money in the Bank.
As long as he gets the... Javon Evans has a high-ass ceiling, bro. Like, geez. I salute to the young man, the young OG. And again, me saying the thing about the PLE is not a not. It's just like, I wish I would have saw that at PLE. Like, I wish he would have did that to the Usos on a Uso splash. You're right. We might see that again. Because that spot was crazy. But at home, the problem with doing things again, it takes away from it. It starts to be the thing that they're going to do. Anyone who got a 5-star frog splash, high dive, shit. I don't even care if you got a damn, I don't care what you do. If you got any top rope move, I need Javon to catch you with it. You know what I'm saying? The next becomes, okay, now it's whatever. So I hope they don't overdo it. But that spot was crazy.
One thing I missed that some wrestlers used to do, but not a lot of them do it anymore. Like sometimes when a wrestler turns heel, whatever moves they have that would get them a crazy pop, like babyface pop, they will stop doing it. Yeah. You don't see a lot of wrestlers do stuff like that anymore.
No, the art of wrestling is going out the window. Like working joints and telling a story, the psychology of wrestling is going out the window. They just do a certain amount of moves, and they're like, okay, now I'm going to go for the pin. And the moves have nothing to do with trying to stop you from doing your finisher, so your arm doesn't work. So getting you up for F5 is going to be this thing. It's a story within the story. We're working your legs. So Ruka can't grow on the ropes. She tries to go up there for her soul. She can't get the height. She needs to do a flip. She's done. You know what I mean? Those type of things that happen within the match. The chemistry, it's the storytelling of the match, and it's not present anymore in WWE. And that's why I think a lot of things. That's why when they say stuff is 5-star match, I'm like, man, like, oh, they don't want to watch a Bret Hart match. Listen, Bret Hart get in the ring and start wrestling today, people gonna tap in. Well, not in his condition, but like if someone wrestled just like Bret, they even wore pink and black, By Kingo and Dom, you're gonna get it again. You're gonna get it again, man. They're just gonna keep selling that till the cows come home. And there might not even be no more cows. I don't know. McDonald's out here selling fake meat. I don't know. Pause. Possibly. But tremendous spot. What do you think about the two Americanos, man? Are we gonna get this at Mania? Mass for mass match?
I don't think it'd be a bad idea.
I think it's there. I think you got to give Chad Gable his moment.
Yeah, I think so. I do kind of like the dynamic of with original Americano, he cheered in America, but in AAA, the other Americano was the babyface. Because when the original went there, he got booed out the building.
Yeah, that's so dope. How
Really,
the fans
that's that Bret Hart reference we keep talking about.
Yes.
Babyface in Canada, heel in America.
And speaking of Bret Hart, this Wednesday on the Wednesday Night Wars, the topic, Bret Hart did an interview talking about the click. And was the click good for wrestling? Did they hurt the business? And that's the click in its totality. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give away my juxtaposition on it. Tune in this Wednesday, 8:30-ish, Wednesday Night Wars. Did the click. Not the click on the Wednesday Night Wars. Not us. We with it. We winning. We out here doing, you know what I'm saying? We showed up and showed out. But we talking about the click in wrestling, you know, Sean Waltman, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Paul Levesque, that click. I'm gonna have to put it on one of the things. I gotta find it because I got a clip of it. Not a clip, it's like the word, like when they, you know what I'm saying, they take a quote from it. And I was like, damn, it just ooh, kid. It was up. But Gamaj, you got anything else? Because I know I got homework due in 28 minutes and I'm about to attack.
Nah. Quick shut the F up and then
Hold on. Let me slide this thing to the side.
So quick shut the F up for the night for me. It's going to be to anyone in creative, any fans that complained about this spot, and this is from the Rumble. If you have a problem with Brock Lesnar no selling Ilya Dragunov when he chopped him in the chest, shut the F up. It's just straight like that. If you really feel a way about that, you have never, for one, you probably never seen Lesnar in real life. That man is an anomaly. How would you buy into someone that much smaller than him being affected? Like how? I could understand if Obafemi gave him those chops and he no sold it. I can understand that. Ilya Dragunov is shorter than both of them, and just flat out smaller than both of them. It makes perfect sense. If I'm Lesnar, I'm laughing at it too.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And Ilya even posted about it, saying that was my favorite spot of the match. So even Ilya gets it. So with that said, if you have an issue with that, shut the F up.
My shut the F up. I don't even know how to say your name, KDNZ. But yeah, it was good. My shut the F up is for this indie wrestler. I'm not sure of the name, so I don't want to.
Gotta switch it over, bro. Switch the angle.
What happened?
Nah, you ain't moving to yourself.
Yeah, I am. I'm in the center of the screen.
No, it's still showing me on my end.
Uh-oh. Hey, who's in the center, y'all? Is it Gamaj or is it me?
Now it's you.
Oh, Cadence. All right, bet. Cadence. Salute to you, good brother. Salute to you. My shut the F up goes to the fans that I see laughing. There was an indie event, and the guy jumped off. I don't know what he was on, but he was on like a banister. Like he was up high. He was on a banister. He had a guy lay down on a table. There was 2 tables. And man, I get it. Wrestlers miss spots. He dramatically missed. If you watch it, depending on the angle, you'll see that the banister breaks as he's trying to jump off. So he almost like falls off. He lands very badly in his head. So the two tables are side by side. He breaks the first table, but the guy's laying on the second. And his head hits as his body is going through that table. Not good. Even if he survives and everything's good, that had to have been painful as hell. And I get it. People do things for a hot dog and a handshake, and I know that expression. But like, I don't understand how people can laugh at wrestlers who put their body on the line for your entertainment. And I'm sure he walked it and was like, yeah, I can make the jump. That banister broke. I would ask wrestlers to measure the risk versus reward. I get it. We just talked about Javon doing that cutter in a title match on the PLE. That's me. But I do think the indie spots are too far. But I can't laugh at it. I remember a few years back, guy jumped off a turnbuckle.
Funny about that.
Yeah, he broke both his legs before the match started. Horrible. His legs inverted. Like, he broke both his legs. Horrific.
You remember that injury Sid Vicious had?
When he jumped on the top rope. I don't know if it was the top rope. I think it was the second rope. Snapped his leg.
Yeah,
it's not funny to watch people get hurt, man. Especially in something. If you love wrestling, you really respect the wrestlers, and you really are a fan. I don't see how you can laugh. I can laugh at a botch where someone doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I know wrestlers, but Owen Hart was a botch. He lost his life. He died. That guy probably has kids, probably trying to feed his family. He probably works a 9 to 5 or whatever. He might be a bus driver. He might be a safety manager. He might work in a warehouse somewhere. He might be a dentist. I don't know. And I could care less what he does. But I don't like to see in the sport. You know what I'm saying? I have a son who boxes. I used to box. And I know boxing and wrestling aren't the same, but like, I don't want to see anybody who's going to put their life on the line get laughed at for taking a risk. Because it's for your entertainment.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to get adrenaline pump and all that, but like, the hope is the spot goes over well, right? And that person gets to march up the you know what I'm saying? Because they're doing it also to go up. And so I shut the F up to people laughing about that type of stuff, man. That's my 2 cents.
Nah,
he could have lost his life, bro. That was bad. If you've seen the video, I'm trying to see. I'm still trying to read the comments and stuff to see like what was the outcome. Is the dude okay? Is he hurt? Is he in the hospital still? Does he have a broken bone, neck, fracture? Like, what is his status? And I don't know. But I remember that one wrestler snapped his legs jumping off the second turnbuckle on his intro. Backyard rep. Oh, it was so disgusting. His legs, your legs bend at the knees. They go like outward. His went inward. Oh. Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I got homework that's about to be fucking late. The other dude rolled off the table and tried to check on dude. Yeah. He I don't know if he tried to play it off, but it's also like, let me get off this table so I can check. And I remember, what's my man's name? Buff Bagwell on the Steiner Bulldog headlock got paralyzed. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing crazy. Stuff happens, man. Stuff happens. And you got to you got to be on the spot, Johnny on the spot with it.
And sometimes it be the simplest things that'll get them injured. We seen it happen to Liv. That was the most recent one.
Shawn Michaels was 6 inches away from not breaking his back. He hit the edge of the casket. We've watched JD McDonough puncture a lung. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. So salute to these wrestlers, whether professional wrestling on the big stage in WWE or they're doing indie shows, trying to make a living and trying to provide entertainment to people doing what they love to do.
Yeah. I'll even highlight this match because it was botchamania galore. Last year we remember the triple threat with Naya, Tiffany, and Jade. The match was botchamania, but the one thing I did not laugh at or thought was funny was when Jade got hit to the steel and her whole joint was leaking, and you
Oh
just
yeah,
saw
yeah, 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 yeah.
it. I ain't gonna lie, she did look badass like after, like, because she was still
She was
going.
talking her shit.
Yeah, that was the best she looked in terms of like looking
Yeah.
aggressive, but
Oh yeah.
the injury, that joint was not, it was not funny at all.
No, because a lot of times they could be concussed. Like remember when Lesnar did the shooting star press, he was concussed afterwards.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you can be injured way worse. What's my man from Joey Mercury, Johnny Nitro and Joey Mercury? That ladder
The
smashed his
ladder,
face.
that's, yeah.
He ain't come back from that. He didn't come back from that, right? So people who laugh at injuries, I get one thing, you want to talk about them and blah blah blah. Whether you talk up about the wrestler or talk down about the wrestler, but laughing is crazy, especially if you love the sport. Because I don't want to see somebody get hurt. So yeah, and there's a lot of injuries, a lot. And I honestly, I do safety, right, in like real life, and you do like risk assessments and just like a chart. Sometimes you just got to mute people. I hate to do it, but I don't mind it at all. Just put people in timeout. So I'm gonna wait for one more comment and put them in timeout. WWE is like prone for another big accident if you follow their safety charts. Yeah, we just gonna have to throw this guy out of here. Yeah, just ban him. That's easier. Ta-da! Like that. You know what they say? Don't burn bridges. You know why you gotta burn bridges? Because trolls live under bridges. So sometimes you gotta burn them bridges. Don't ever tell people, "Oh, don't burn your bridges." That's why people be trolling you, because you let them trolls survive. Cross that bridge and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back. Pac, one of my favorite songs, "Staring at the World Through My Rear View." But you still got to keep moving forward. But tell them to ride the lightning. Yo, yeah, I don't ever want to see. It is a part of it, but I don't never want to see someone get hurt, bro. But if you follow their trajectory, wrestling less seems like they're having more miscues, like a lot.
Yeah.
Tonight, even the women's match.
This is
With
part of the
Ivy.
reason why people have been saying they should probably bring back house shows, or at least do them a little bit more.
Yeah. When I looked up, now this could be wrong because it was Chat GPT, but it said LA Knight. We love Jada Parker, brother. Miss Parker. Her finisher should be the Reverend Cleaver. And you market it right. The way the Devil's Kiss gets done, we're like, yeah, man, yeah. Booker T made that shit. The Reverend Cleaver is the name of the pastor in Friday who was fucking Miss Parker. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of them. So that if he Miss Parker with the Reverend Cleaver, not Miss Parker, it's just gonna catch on, and eventually people will start to see like, that's the name of the pastor on Friday, and they
Yeah.
call her Miss Parker. So
And it has to be Booker T that sells it. That's
it
how it
has
is.
to be Booker T.
It has to be
Absolutely.
him.
Absolutely. The Reverend, I think is Cleaver or Cluster. I swear to God, I think it's Cleaver though. Reverend Cleaver. Who's discussing fifth? Oh man, it's Mike. I'm about to literally. I just got not an argument, but like my homeboy was like, "You thought Dipset would beat the Locks?" Yeah, the Dipset didn't show up. They didn't practice together. Not even friends anymore. The Locks is a well-oiled machine. I'm not saying Dipset even could if they were well-oiled, but they wouldn't have looked that bad. 50 takes T.I. out, bro, and it's not a landslide, but it's. And the reason being is when you look up 50 songs, T.I. has songs. They both have songs. They both have plethora of songs and diverse. But there's certain songs in 50's catalog that almost sound like a rebuttal to T.I.'s. I don't think T.I. if T.I. wanted to bring out people he made famous, he'll bring out Young Dro, right? Young Dro, I'm clean in this bitch. Now I'm finna show the lean in this bitch. And then that's one of the let me see you bounce right to the left. That would get the whole crowd going. And then 50 will play you don't know. And you don't know what's the drum with Eminem. And he was like,
You look good acting like you don't know.
no, yeah. And 50's bars is like, I ain't shoulder leaning, I ain't dancing and popping. I'm either bobbing my head or I'm just standing there watching. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? Like it's direct, it's almost like it's direct to him. T.I. was on Soldier with Destiny, yeah, but T.I.'s got Magic Stick with Lil Kim. Magic Stick hits way harder than the Destiny Child could go hard because you got a huge Beyonce following, but after them Epstein files, yikes. T.I. got a joint with them, but it's not good. It ain't better than 50's best with him. Just because you have a joint. And that's another thing, too. People do this with Wayne. He got mixtapes. What songs? Give me the songs. When people say that, they don't know. They're lost in the song. They'll start stuttering. They'll start bringing up everything else. Ask for the songs.
Dude, if we talking Eminem, I don't even think T.I. has a song better than Patiently Waiting.
I would not do that. I wouldn't do that. Remember, T.I. dominates 2006. T.I., if you do years of hip hop and who was the dominant artist, I think 2006 is clear T.I.
I'm saying like
2003 to 2005.
No, I'm saying because T.I.'s done tracks with Eminem, right?
He does 50 and Until I Collapse remix. 50's verse is crazy. 50 has a diss track against Cam, funeral music. Okay, I'll get him. You worship the ground that I walk on. I make meals off the tracks. I talk home. King. It's 50. Don't call me. I don't want to talk it out. The 40 cal hit your leg. Go ahead, walk it out. Like, yo, Paper Trail had bangers. Every album has bangers. You got. So I'll just be honest. And if y'all are on Apple Music, we could do this. We can go to Twitter and do this. That's how I started podcasting. We were doing battles. I was with some music dudes. It was different. And we did like verses because on Twitter you could play the music. So you had to I had to represent Michael Jackson versus R. Kelly. Yeah. Oh, it was fire. I was going to work every day, like, give me your favorite R. Kelly, so I could get an understanding for what people would want, right? And want to hear, because a lot of people get their biased opinion. Oh, I like this, and that's what it is. Okay, cool. Who did you talk to? Where are you from? Where are the people you talk to from? And don't lie. Oh, I talk to people from all over. Who? You don't know them. I didn't ask if I know them. I would tell you I talked to Vinny Andretti. He's from Cleveland. So I get an idea of Cleveland, but from one person's perspective. Now, I also know some other people out in Cleveland, like one other person. Dash Resource. Vinny, let me know if you know a guy named Dash Resource, because you like battle rap too. So if you know Dash, Peanut, you know what I'm saying, Dash Resource or Peanut Dash or however you want to, he got a YouTube, you know what I'm saying, go to his joint. He does stocks and crypto. Yeah. 50 really didn't have any hits after 2010. I don't think it would matter, and I think that hurts T.I. worse, because nostalgia is a hell of a drug. When was Snoop's last hit? You know what I'm saying? Nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
I mean, the thing is, it's also a versus, so even if that is true, he's done plenty of hits. So
he's got plenty. Don't forget this. You can't name members of PSC. And if you can, great. But the average person can't. But the average person can name members of G Unit. There's a reason for it. All of them went platinum except for Tony Yayo, who sold 800,000 copies. So if we do On Fire, we on fire up in here. He could bring out other artists who have platinum and large hits. And he's doing their hooks where I'm a bona fide hustler. Get out of line, I'll cut you. That's a Young Bucks joint. And those aren't his big hits. Magic Stick, big hit for Little Kim. I get the magic stick. Let me go to the play, because I have playlists for each one, specifically for verses, in case everybody ever wanted to do a verses. So I've been definitely pondering this. If you go to T.I., people like, first of all, T.I.'s first album is not good. I'm Serious is not good. There's nothing you can play up there. You play Dope Boys or I'm Serious, and only the people in Atlanta are going to go with that. That's a wash. Because 50's first album out the gate is Get Rich or Die Trying, and nationwide, it's critically acclaimed. You're not going to get past that. He could pull literally any song from there. Literally. That's a problem. He can do Never Scared, right? That's where T.I. goes nationwide and he gets seen. For the first time, people, you can't tell me anything on I'm Serious that nationwide, people in New York, Seattle, Portland, San Diego, they're like, what? I don't remember this shit. Bone Crusher is where they first, is T.I.'s coming out party. Then we get, not Urban Legend, we get trap music.
Yeah.
And that is a good album. I'm not picking sides. I don't, Big Country Kane. What it is, nigga? I'm about to, yo, I'm just gonna be honest. Ain't gonna go. But T.I.'s got about 4 tracks you can pull off trap music. B.E. Hey, let's get away. Let's get a room on the other side of town. Hey, shorty, I've been thinking of you. But then you got I wanna be a lover. I wanna get to know. Yo, that 50 joint. Don't forget, 50 has that. The intro to Power is a song that the whole crowd will rap. Everybody knows that shit. Everybody knows that shit. Rubber Band Man is great, and it can go against Hustler's Ambition. It can go against Window Shop. You won't want to play Rubber Band Man and 50 follows that with, nigga, you a window shopper, mad at me. I think I know why. You a win. Like, you just talked about, I'm worth a cup. Rubber Band Man, wow, that's a Taliban. 9 on my right, 40 cal on my other hand. Rubber Band Man, worth a couple $100 grand. Remember Ludacris went at him about that? You worth a couple $100 grand and I'm worth $1 million. Yeah. They say this is a big, once Big Rich Town comes on, the whole crowd melodically will sing with that. There is no beating that song that T.I. has in his arsenal. None. Because that song, Power, is like played. People who don't even like 50 love the show Power. And when he changed that intro,
people were pissed.
He got shit for it.
People were pissed.
Yes. People who don't even fuck with 50. That song comes on. They say this is the big rich town. And the worst thing 50 could do, bring out cast members. Bring out cast members. Live Your Life. That's a good song. T.I. I don't think 50 has a direct answer for Live Your Life. He doesn't have to have an answer for every song, though. Just like T.I. doesn't have to answer for every song. I'm looking at my playlist. I'm in 50's playlist for that. I don't think you have a song directly for Live Your Life. Yeah. But he'd be like, 50 is going to be like, I'm not doing all that, blah, blah, blah. Blah bullshit, right? Ooh, he's not going to win that Live Your Life, Rihanna. He's not. That's when the T.I. He could probably play something that just. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have my mic here. I wonder how I sound. Do I sound like shit?
No, you sound good.
Pause. Maybe to you. Hey, y'all. Thank you for that pause, brother. I don't know if T.I. has an answer for "I'll Whip Your Head, Boy" with the back of the steel. I think. Come on, bro. We gotta get you. We gotta get you out of here. I don't know who the Great Swallower is. Normally I wouldn't. I'm gonna just leave you up there for a second before I delete you. I feel awkward deleting somebody who can say those type of comments. But come on, let's stop the spamming. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Trolls, we burn bridges over here. Don't, you know what I mean? What's up? What's happening is a good one. You don't want to do a diss record against 50. What's up? What's happening was against Shorty Low. And I think that's the worst thing you could ever play. The question is, what song do they come out to? For 50, he has a lot of options. I think for all right, we're gonna ban you. Come on, man. We're gonna put you in timeout. I ain't gonna ban you. I'm gonna just put you in timeout. The KKK.
That's a wild comment.
All right, man. God damn, man. You just got to get these trolls out of here.
I mean, as far as like, if T.I. was to make his appearance, maybe bring him out.
No, I wouldn't.
Not for that one?
Nope. My first song from T.I., there's one song in particular. And it's not the song. It's not the song. It's the intro of the song. Oh, no. That's not it. That's not it. That was, right. It's front to back, right? And I know people be like, but, T.I. is a Southern artist, obviously, right? But the intro to front to back was like, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you folks don't know what you're listening to right now, but we're here to give you some gangster shit of catastrophic proportion. What he say? He's like, I know a lot of you niggas end up on this down south shit right now, but we're here to give you some gangster shit of catastrophic proportion. All my folks like these UGK alumni and myself, like they like to know what it is. And then he drops that beat. It's a feel, like it's a different. I can't play the whole song. It's only like 10 seconds. I know a lot of you folks out there ain't up on this down south shit, but we got some gangster shit of catastrophic proportion. Like, I get the fuck out of here. Hey, we just got a ban. Just got a ban. I would do that first off the intro, and I would have T.I. go into the crowd. Like, I know a lot of you niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? X, Y, and Z. I like my beat down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low. I like my top laid back. Damn, my fingers can't work as fast to ban these guys. What type of people be in here? We gotta get them out of here. The Amazing Swallower, Water World. You know what I'm saying?
It's getting crazy.
You gotta get these guys up out of here. If you want to DM me your pictures, go ahead, but don't come on here with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you, but god damn, I gotta do my job. Don't force my hand. Damn. That's how they caught Pac up with that shit. Weaker people like, ooh, hit me up with your DM. I'd be like, no, get them up out of here. Pack them up. Stand up and about the money. T.I. has songs for those. 50 has songs for those. Those are going to be those. All right, we're going to get you up out of here early. Bam. I'm just going to, I ain't going to read it. All I seen some stupid shit about mamas and Doug Detroit. These guys making fake accounts faster than we could delete them off. Those are going to be preference songs. You know what I mean? Southern artists will probably pick T.I., but depends on what he plays against stand up. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. However, I didn't have that on my list. With everything going on, I think I picked Warzone. I did pick Warzone in that playlist. Come on, dude. I break the news. There we go. Bam. I don't even know what he even talking about. I'm just banning you too. If I see something stupid to start, we're just gonna kick. Yeah, so your mom just kicking. I'm just kicking. Banning too. Yeah, 100%. 50 got a song for every one of these. It will be epic, but I think 50 was about. Yeah, it's about 13-7, 13-7, 12-8, 14-6. Swing your rat. Like when I'm looking at these, Dead and Gone. Dead and Gone is the one that's like a real tearjerker.
Hey,
And I don't think 50 has something in his art. This is why I think diversity is going to set T.I. up for victory if he were to win, right? Because he's talking about like, man, I had loss, like heavy loss. Where does 50 get vulnerable like that? I don't have a song in my playlist where 50's vulnerable, but I got songs where 50's like, can't ban these dudes fast enough. Yeah, I'm looking at my phone to pull that shit up, and this motherfucker put on this stupid shit. Yeah, I don't think 50 has a vulnerable song like that. Many Men, but it's a different type of vulnerability. Him getting shot, like I got shot. Many Men, Wish Death, Many Men. There's nothing in T.I.'s arsenal that rocks with Many Men. Nothing. I think in the club he doesn't have an answer for either. His biggest record is there's nothing in T.I.'s arsenal that went bigger than in the club. Nothing. But again, T.I. can play a frisbee record for that. Because if I know I'm gonna lose, it's a chess move. Okay, take that. I'm not gonna play one of my big records against that because I know what that record did. It cemented your career. Wankster, not playing nothing against that. That came before that, and that really pushed you out of here. But okay, does Tip play I'm a Flirt with R. Kelly? Yes. 50 has to go with PIMP. You're a flirt, but I'm a pimp.
Now this is a petty question. Is he playing the regular version or the remix?
It's only the remix. The original version has Bow Wow on it. You don't want Bow Wow in your verses. Not with these two heavyweights.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them. 50 could go old school and do How to Rob. I don't know if he wants to do that. I wouldn't give T.I. too many slacker records. What you know, the horns playing, what they know about that. Hey, I think that's a record T.I. 50 throws away. He could try to beat it, but it's gonna be so preferency. That's a record that's like a super standout for T.I. And 50 has super standouts in the club, PIMP, Wankster, How to Rob, Many Men. Those are standout records for 50 that T.I. does not want to answer to. So he'll throw a throwaway record. What you know about that is probably something that 50 should throw a throwaway record for. That's something he could play like, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Because that's not really going to beat. You know what I mean? It's really not going to be. Unless he wants to play that against Rubber Band Man. You say you're worth $100,000, and I'm telling people, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. It's two different type of, but it's only 20 songs. And you know they've called time on people. So people had to like hurry up. You saw that with the Juvenile, Hot Boys, Cash Money shit. So you really have to have your 20 ready to go. And the worst part is people say they're best for last, and your last is the shit that gets hurried through. So that's what they got to find a time limit for verses that's gonna work. I almost think 3 hours is what you should bump the time up to, not 2. Because 2 hours for 20 songs between two totally different artists is not gonna work. It just doesn't work. I'm gonna work. Oh, I forgot that Missy Elliott remix. Work It.
Yeah. 50 got some good feature verses, man.
Yeah. Just off that mixtape. Catch Me in the Hood. His rap shit plays a page of more of my life. All them gangsters around.
Yeah, hopefully. Like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
We be popping them things.
This is Get Up. I don't think that's gonna work. That's a throwaway record. Straight to the bank. Oh man, we gotta delete this guy. He tried to sneak in here.
cigars, blunts, and fillets when I'm out in LA. Boys, raps, and switches, now blow off to this. Oh, nigga, do you know what this is? One shot, one kill.
It's a lot of records that 50 really. I mean, both artists have a lot. This is one of my favorites, but I don't know if it's gonna. It depends on what it's matched up with, because "You Don't Know Me" is a big record for T.I.
Let's take them back.
That's the remix to "Hate It or Love It." Coming up, I was confused with mama kissing a girl. Oh, that shit with Akon. It is a handicap match, because here's the problem: PSC does not help T.I. I'm just being honest. If they go to, like, you know where like Jadakiss and them, they did a melody of songs. 50 could just remind people we're playing a melody. Stunt 101. I'm on fire up in here. We burning hot. We on fire. That song he has with DMX, where it's like, move on over. I'm a soldier boy. I'm a G unit mother soldier boy. And he's got a song on there with the beat is crazy. It's on Grand Champs. DMX is, I think it's his fourth album. It's on Grand Champs though. DMX, Styles P, and DMX. If you need a gym workout song, go get that. Go get that shit. But PSC is not helping T.I. They don't have hits like that. I'm a king, bankroll in the pocket of my jeans. Da, da, da. My bad. I could talk hip hop all day. Like, I remember a lot because I like to go back and re-listen. If we're gonna talk new stuff, I still gotta make it into my brain. It's gotta make me want to press rewind. And I know we don't rewind, but I just slide my little ticker back. The verse got to be crazy. AZ on Spinning the Wheel with Jaheim, crazy. I like to hear lyricism. 50 is not lyricism. 50 is story beat with basic rhymes that tell a good story, and eventually he does certain syllable rhyme patterns that are really good. T.I. is more lyricism, less storytelling. It gets very boring when he starts to storytell. But he can make anthems. He's very good at that. Yeah, we could do this all night. Wednesday we'll talk hip hop. We'll save one for the Bret Hart and a certain amount of time for hip hop and battle rap. Yeah, we gotta get up out of here. I just in a private chat. My bad, Gamage. Yeah, they get to talking hip hop. Maybe take it to Hall Preezy Universe. I gotta come back. Comes on April 19th. So I'll be starting a series on The Walking Dead versus From, where we compare and contrast different things over there. I'm right now getting my ass kicked in this chemistry, 2 courses, but I think I'm gonna get it done. But oh Lord. Damaj, what you got going on? Where can the people find you at? And we'll get up out of here.
The name is there. They can follow me on IG. Same thing on the Twitter handle. It's still cold out here in New York. It's supposed to get warmer, but just be warm out there if it's cold out there in y'all location. I had somebody tell me, "Oh, I want to come to New York. I never seen snow in the car." I'm like, "Why you want to come up here? Why? That don't make no sense to me." Be warm. Y'all don't want to come up here right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. My mama just left from out here. My mom was in town. That was great. But outside of that, brother, y'all stay well. Hey, Vinny, hit me up. Mike, hit me up on Instagram. We gonna exchange numbers. Cause I know we always we talk on Instagram with the DM, and we can do a conversation because I'm down to do Twitter battles. Twitter will let you play the whole song on there on Spaces. That's how I started off in the podcasting. That and Clubhouse, when Clubhouse was invite only on. Anyway, I would love to have this conversation of hip hop with T.I. and you're playing the songs and you're bringing up the memories and the time frame of how You know what I mean? Because you talk about it in 2026, you're like, it wasn't that good. But when it dropped, though. So that's it, Gamaz. We up out of here?
Yeah, I know. I'm good.
All right, Aaron Teagle, we see you. Tap in with us on Wednesday. Remember, this Wednesday will be the Bret Hart conversation. Did the click hurt the business? The click is defined as Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels, Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, and Sean Waltman. And we will have that conversation on Wednesday, and we'll have a hip hop conversation for you on Wednesday as well. Until then, we will see you on Wednesday. Hit the notification bell, share the broadcast, hit the like, leave a comment, and we will see y'all on Wednesday. Peace.